One of my captors refused redemption. He did not
At least one to hold my attention. Twin terrors.
Hello and welcome, Exiles, to the Berserk paradise we're living in, because this build is fun. I think this might be my favorite build of the league, and I really liked Relic of the Pact, but I think if my theory works out, I have some plans for min-maxing this character into some really interesting potential. If it pans out, we're gonna wait till next video to find out if that actually is the case. This might just be my build of the league. This character is just nutty fun to run around. You can basically slot in any strike skill and it just plays well. You'll notice here I have Lightning Strike. I know it's unethical. I know it makes me a bit of a meta cuck. Here's what happened, okay? In my defense, I was double corrupting things, okay? I have an addiction. I like to double corrupt things. Moral of the story is I got one of the Doriani's gem cutter rooms and I said, you know what? I'm going to YOLO an alt quality Lightning Strike. And it happened to hit 2120, which I took as a sign from Gunn himself that, you know what, maybe it's time that I just use a meta skill for once. And oh my word, it's disgusting. It's so much better than other strike skills. Like, Wild Strike was good, don't get me wrong, but you just socket this thing in and all of a sudden you deal double damage. Like, what the hell is that? Why can't other skills deal twice the damage? I think other strike skills should be able to hit twice too, man. It's not fair. It's not fair. Anyways, that doesn't mean you can't use other strike skills. This build's going to be viable. Basically, any skill you can use with a claw, this build will work with it, is all I'm going to say. Alright. Last time, I don't feel like I did a great job going over some of the interactions on this character because I was really tired. I recorded it at like 3 a.m. And of course, now I'm sick, probably because I was up at 3 a.m. when I recorded that video. But that's besides the point. Some of the interesting interactions I should go over is Warcry Masters have some fun stuff in them. Stuff like 15% life recover whenever we use a Warcry. We're using Warcries basically every second, and that's an extra boost of basically juicy or life sustain that helps mitigate the self-damage from Echoes of Creation. Think of it like 15% life per second. It's actually quite a lot of extra sustain. On top of that, we're using things like minimum power and percent damage per Warcry recently, just to smooth out the playstyle, to make sure, hey, if we're pressing the Warcry, we're getting at least some level of rage from it, and we're going to benefit from it, right? That's why I have ended up getting the minimum power thing, because it just smoothed out the amount of times we would use a Warcry when we were under that 25 rage to guarantee we were generating rage with our Warbringer. Some of the other nice things about this character is, basically, if our attack has any level of exert on it, which it usually will, considering we're Warcrying with an Ancestral Cry, which gives you like 8 exerts or something like that, or how many exerts does it give you? I'm blind. It gives you... I'm still blind. Where does it say it? Okay, 6 exerts plus 1 maximum on the tree. Okay, so 7 exerts. Intimidating Cry gives 2 plus 1, so 3 exerts. Rallying Cry gives like 5 exerts, so about 6 exerts, I think. Stuff like that. Moral of the story is, we basically always have this node's 50% more damage, which feels very good the majority of the time. And the next change I'm going to do to this build will ensure it's even up more of the time than it is now. Other things on the character, it's pretty simple. We're abusing Nightblade because for whatever reason GGG decided Nightblade deserves to live. Don't worry, it's not overpowered. It definitely deserves to keep living next league for sure. It will survive. That's not copium at all. Other things we're using on this character are, I kind of got lazy with these flasks, but Eventually, we'll min-max and do something besides just try res. We'll do some interesting things here. We are getting leech from this node here, Flesh Worship. If you can't get something like that on the notable here for Dorianis and Divine Flesh in combination with Doppelgangers, guys, don't worry. You can just get a Feed the Fury instead of Advanced Guard. That's okay. Getting leech over here, or frankly, there's a lot of other places to get leech. It usually shouldn't be too big of an issue. Another thing I would say about this character, I didn't mention it, I didn't talk about it too much, but we are using Sublime Vision for the action speed, and we are using Herald of Ice solely for aesthetics. This is not me optimizing for the strongest possible setup of this character. This is me optimizing for, I want to have fun, and seeing the enemies just go into a beam of light energy every time I hit them because they're guaranteed to be chilled because of this ring here just feels good. It just feels good. But ultimately, I'm excited for what we can do if we're actually optimizing to make this character just an absolute powerhouse in every sense of the word. So, before we do that, I'll give one last showcase of this version. I'll do just a Chimera map, just a rare, and do a form, something chill, just to give you guys an idea of what this character looks like on a regular basis. I opened with the Phoenix. Hopefully that gave you an idea of, hey, this character's pretty fast. It's pretty tanky. You can see in the Phoenix clip we killed Phoenix while tanking his explosion thing, and I think we were probably undercapped for res there, even because we don't overcap by fire res that much, I'm pretty sure. So there's a good chance if we had that debuff from Phoenix, we were likely taking the additional damage. The additional melee strike range helps so much with our additional strikes on top of the additional strikes we're getting from Ancestral Cry, which means our clear feels pretty good. The only times we're not going to full clear a Legion is just if I miss a random monster, just a, I don't know, rink-dink monster somewhere. I don't know where it is. Point is, the clear speed feels good on this character. You just zoom. You just keep flying around. I'm not going to loot because it's hard to pick up loot when you move this fast. And it's going to be okay. I used to make fun of Grimro for not picking manufactured items, and here I am. I can't be bothered, okay? I took too much time in the last video picking up loot, slowed down the gameplay, and we can't be doing that anymore. We have to give actual good gameplay here. Gameplay where we just zoom. Another thing I should note about this character is we are actually in a bit of danger from our self-damage from the helmet, but we get so much life gain on hit from our claw and then the sustain from the war cries that we can actually sustain it. There will be scenarios like this. You'll see that was me hurting myself, not Chimera there. Chimera doesn't really hit us hard enough to hurt us, but we actually, if we stack enough exerts before we attack something, we can actually hit ourselves pretty hard. You can see I chucked my life down there, and that is something we're going to optimize for fixing in the min-max variant. I've hinted at it somewhat, but you guys might be onto it, which is we're going to somehow get this going with a Juggernaut. I have done some testing, done some calculations, and I believe we might be able to set this character up with a Jug variance. And I'm pretty excited about the possibilities that includes. And I think we just killed ourselves with our own helmet there. Oh, something that wouldn't happen with the Jug variant. That's kind of sad, man. I didn't want to lose that XP. I was trying to level towards 96. That's what we get for the reckless abandon we're playing with. I should probably just open a new Chimera map so we can kill more monsters on the way there, but it's fine. We can run back. It won't take that long. It's a walk of shame, but I cannot be bothered to re-record. I don't have the willpower. I'm sick. I don't feel good. And we're just going to redo the old walk of shame. Don't make fun of me, okay? It could happen to any one of us, okay? I can't be the only one who's ever done the walk of shame. I'm sure many of you watching this video have done the walk of shame before, okay? I am just trying to be relatable. Alright, let's clear up this last phase for Chimera. Alright. And of course he smokes on us. Which one are you in? Alright, alright. So that is what it looks like doing a Chimera. Now we're going to do a quick little formed run. Nothing too crazy, just a gain frenzy hit, vulnerability, and feeble. So some a little bit dangerous mods, but not really too crazy. For a Height of Hubris, this is relatively chill. I wouldn't say we're really pushing the limit here. Just doing something nice and relaxing. Let's start out with, I always like to kill Hydra first, personally. Other people might have different opinions on that, but my opinion is he's the one that needs to die first. And we stood in that. That was unfortunate. Something I'm not very good at dodging, but yeah, whatever. It's okay. Sometimes you gotta give Minotaur a little bit of respect, especially if you're running a Vaughn map, which I didn't do, so shame on me for not respecting him. But, you know, like I said, I am a little bit too sick to care, I would say. This character, it may not look it because we died 2 times, but this character is going to, it's going to ramp to some insane potential. I am next to positive of it. That when I make this swap to Juggernaut, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to not only upgrade the damage, but take our defenses basically to infinity in comparison to what we are now, with only losing a small amount of speed to do it. So we'll still be ultra fast, but we'll pick up damage, and we'll pick up tank, I think. Mark my words. Sure, you can make fun of me next video if I don't follow through, but I think this character has some really good potential, and I'm just excited about it. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. I probably haven't explained the mechanics of this character very well, but they're about to change in some pretty minute details for the next video, and I'll go into some more depth then as well. So hopefully you guys enjoy this update to the character. We're level 95, and this is what it looks like for us just doing some casual Guardians. Take care, Exiles. Thanks for watching. Peace out.